Every morning, the sun provides a universal opportunity to start over. Yet for many, that gift is immediately squandered by hitting the snooze button and choosing a few more minutes of comfort over their goals. Regardless of your background or your bank account, you share one rigid constraint with every other person on the planet. We are all issued exactly 24 hours in a day. Oprah Winfrey's transition from wearing potato sacks to owning a global media empire happened within the same 24-hour cycle available to you. She reached that position by extracting more value from every minute than most think is possible. Warren Buffett operates under these exact same biological and strict temporal limits. He doesn't have a 25th hour, he just refuses to waste the ones he has. If the time allocated is identical, then a lack of success isn't a resource problem. It is a mindset issue masking itself as a lack of opportunity. We often fall into the trap of blaming our environment, our lack of capital, or the people around us for our stagnation. It feels safer to have an enemy you can see, but the primary obstacle is internal. Your brain is wired to keep you safe and comfortable, which puts it in direct conflict with your soul's desire to risk, fail, and eventually grow. Overcoming that biological resistance requires a policy of zero excuses. You have to take complete ownership of your internal state and stop waiting for the world to change first. If the biggest threat to your progress is your own safety mechanism, then waiting for an external savior is a guaranteed strategy for remaining average. Strategic growth often requires you to disappear. You have to cut out the cultural noise and the constant need for validation that distract you from the actual work. This is the mechanics of the unseen work. It's waking up at 4 a.m., studying when you're tired, and pushing your physical limits when there is no audience to cheer for you. You will face intense physical and mental friction as you execute this grind. Your body will beg you to stop, and your mind will offer a dozen logical reasons why you should. Self-discipline is often framed as a form of suffering, but it's actually the ultimate expression of self-love. You are choosing the long-term respect of the person in the mirror over the fleeting comfort of the moment. The isolation and the intensity aren't a deprivation of life. They are the specific tools required to build a phenomenal future. A shark is biologically required to swim forward to stay alive. If it stops, it dies. You have to adopt the same relentless momentum as your mandatory operating framework. Real growth happens when you force yourself into alien, uncomfortable environments. This process strips away your false identity and forces you to confront your true capabilities. Elite military units use this exact principle. By crawling through freezing ocean surf and enduring extreme physical accountability, they build a level of mental toughness that can't be found in a classroom. When you maintain this state of constant, uncomfortable momentum, your mind loses its ability to retreat to its safety baseline. To win the internal war, you have to leave the shore behind and commit to a life of relentless execution. Life is going to deliver hits you didn't see coming: divorce, bankruptcy, or sudden failure. These are unavoidable realities of the human experience. Champions aren't defined by how well they dodge these blows. They are defined by their capacity to absorb the damage and remain standing while the average person would have folded. Real success requires you to keep moving when your tank is empty. You have to find the will to execute when your logic says the cost is too high. You have to move from a defensive posture to an offensive one. Stop trying to survive your circumstances and start attacking the obstacles in your path. Every time you rise after a total defeat, you strengthen your capacity for future hits. You are training your mind to prioritize the mission over the pain until the average versions of yourself are completely crowded out. The work you do in private sets a new baseline for your entire family. By proving you can succeed against these odds, you offer a new blueprint for those who follow you, effectively stopping generational patterns of lack in their tracks. You must look in the mirror today and accept absolute responsibility for your life. From this moment forward, your health, your bank account, and your happiness are your burden alone. You have a single finite window to decide who you are. Winning the battle against your own mind is the only path toward the phenomenal life you've been seeking. It is the only way to leave your fingerprint on the world.